Okay friends, we are back for another demonstration of 3D bath bomb molds. This is our second one that we have printed ourselves off of our own printer. We had to do quite a bit of sanding on this one to smooth away a lot of the rough edges. Also, this is a strange one. Now, we're not creating these designs ourselves. We're not designing them because we haven't gotten to that point yet. At some point we probably will, but not right now. I'm just gathering files wherever I can find them. So this is kind of weird. I expected this to be a plate on the bottom, a shell, and then a plunger. Well, that's not a plate actually. That's another cup, even though it is not a deep cup. So it looks like a plate. And I guess you could go ahead and call it that, but to me, a plate needs to have a ridge on it so that your shell can sit on top of the ridge. That's what a plate is. But this just goes straight down on the inside. It just goes straight through. There's nothing to hold it in place. There's no ridge. So I'm gonna call this a cup, even though it looks like a plate to me. But so that's a little strange and a little, you know, little disappointing. I didn't realize that when I got this file to go ahead and print this. But it's still gonna create the same, you know, bath bomb. It's still gonna work perfectly fine. So let's get right into this, and we're going to take this for a test drive. Okay, here we go. Let's start filling, and then we're going to give some presses on the bottom because we want that detail on the carrot itself. We want that to come out. So we're just going to give some presses. All right, now continue filling as normal. Shake. Shake, 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 shake. If you guys want to achieve this color, I am using 1.5 tablespoons of number 6 Lake to get this bright orange. All right, let's take our plunger. It's got a little lip, slight little lip, so we're going to put that face down and we're going to give some pushes. Now also with this particular mold, the plunger and the bottom cup slash plate can only fit in one way. They're not... like you can't take this plunger and stick it through the bottom part of the shell. It won't fit. Just the way that these leaves are made here up on the top, it won't do that. So that's kind of a little bit of a disappointment as well. However, I have purchased many, many molds from a couple of the really big suppliers that also have the same type of situation where you can only put your plunger and your plate or your cup in one way. All right. Let's get rid of this excess. Give some tapparonis. Turn it over. I'm going to give some taps on this one just because I want that design to come out. Now we're going to push up a little bit so that we can remove this. And see, that's the thing. If this was an actual plate which had a lip sticking out, it would be easy to pull that right straight up and off of here. But I'm going to have to push up a little bit. All right, now I can go ahead and remove this gently and slowly. All right, I did feel a tug as I was taking this off, and I did mess up the design. Sometimes you can push it back in with your finger and it's not that big of a deal, and other times you can't. So this doesn't look too bad. It's okay. Push all the way up now on that bottom plunger. And let's get our piece of cardboard. Place that on the top and turn this over. And lift straight up. So this works well. I mean, it still does form. Let me just turn this over again because that's where the design is, okay? So that's a little strange too. Usually after you push up and you stick your cardboard on there and turn it over and take the plate off, that's usually where the design is. So this is, whoever designed this STL file, it's a little odd. Let's just take our cardboard and we'll turn it back over again so we can see the design on it. Now again, I did mess it up because I jerked it off of there way too much, but You see it's got the little lines there in the carrot. And so basically you can just paint this top part green, the leafy part, and leave the rest orange. All right, let's put that off to the side, and we're gonna do one more. Give a little swipe on the inside of here. One thing I can tell you guys for sure, I was gonna save this for when we do the live, and I'll probably reiterate it then. But one thing that I definitely have come to realize, any of you that do purchase the 3D bath bomb molds from, you know, all of these small businesses that's what they do for a living, if you don't understand how long it takes to make a mold, and if you're getting impatient, I am here to tell you that one single mold takes forever to make. Forever. This one took over 8 hours to make. That's one mold. Over 8 hours, and I'm one person. Let's just say that you're one of these big creators like Kata or the Maker Shop or Chunk of Dust, or even Inedible Soaps, which is slowly coming up in the ranks. Any of those companies, which are my 4 go-tos, by the way, because they're the best. I've tried a lot. I try to sprinkle my money around wherever I can and try to help out whomever I can, you know, in small business in particular. But I'm telling you, it takes forever. So let's just say that I'm one of these bigger companies, okay? And let's say I have 500 customers. Now they all have way more than 500 customers. So let's just say I have 10 customers, okay? And each one of those customers wants at least 2 molds. Well, do the math. One of these molds is going to take almost 9 hours to do this. So if they wanted 2 different molds, that's going to be, what? We're talking 18 hours. We're going on a 24-hour cycle for one customer for 2 molds. So just so you guys are aware, I mean, I've always known that, and I've always been extremely patient when it comes to getting my molds, because I realize that their customer base is huge, that they make these to order, and then when they do sales, that really backlogs everything. So if you guys are getting a little impatient, I'm here to tell you, please exercise your patience with these people. At some point, we are going to be selling as well. And I just have realized how, I mean, this is fun and it's, you know, it's cool and everything else, but it takes a tremendous amount of time to make one mold. And then it's not just a matter of, okay, this mold is done, let me take that off the presses and start with the next one. Yes, you can do that, but now you've got all kinds of after work to do. You have to smooth this down with your sandpaper. I just got some instruction off of Mr. Chunk of Dust of how they do their 3-phase smoothing process. So they don't just yank their molds off of there and give it a quick rub down with their sandpaper. They do all kinds of different things to ensure a nice, smooth product in the end that's going to be watertight. There's not going to be any jagged edges or burrs sticking up anywhere. So they really go the extra mile. I don't know if the other companies do this or not. I know Chunk of Dust does. So just so you guys are aware of what goes into making these, and not just making them, but finishing them off so that you, the end user, are satisfied with the nice, smooth, easy to use, plungers go in and out nicely, you know, product in the end. All right, plunger, here we go. Let's take you for another test drive here. Oh God, this smells so good. I just sent it with orange, you guys, obviously, because it's orange. All right. Tap away. All right, let's do it this way. We'll push up a little bit so we can take that cup off of there. Actually, I know what I'm going to do instead, since this is a weird looking one. I'm going to push this all the way up. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to push this all. This is not normally how you would use these molds, but I'm going to do it like this. Let's turn it over and we'll take off the plunger and then we'll flip it back over again. Straight up. Okay, cool. Take our other piece of cardboard, stick it on the top, turn it over. Now we can take off this. Let's try to go slow this time so I don't jack it all up. I jacked it up anyways. You really do need to take your time with any of these 3D bath bomb molds that have designs on them, cracks, crevices, lines in your design. You really, really need to go slow. I mean slow. Or else you're going to jack it all up like I just did. I just jacked this entire bottom up because I yanked it off of there. So I still have bath bomb mix stuck in here. If that continues to happen to you guys though, brush it with some cornstarch, some arrowroot powder, even some glitter, some baking soda, anything, just give it a quick dusting with a makeup brush and that'll help to avoid the stickiness. Anyways, the mold works. The mold works how it's supposed to work. It's just strange. I'm not used to working with something that should be a plate, but it's really not a plate. I don't know, it's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little weird, but in the end, the one that's not jacked up, it makes what it's supposed to make. There's a carrot bath bomb. Okay, so it works. All right, you guys, that's gonna do it for today. Be kind, stay humble, and take care of yourselves until we meet again. See you soon.